आंगिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाङ्मयम् चंद्र ताराधि तं नुमः सात्विकं शिवम्
The whirling worlds are his form, the eternal sound his speech. The moon and stars are his ornaments. To that embodiment of auspiciousness, I bow. Dance in India is a celebration of the body, the mind and the spirit. And in its evolution, it is universal and timeless. Dance is darshan, a philosophy, a path to attain the seen and the unseen, the tangible and the intangible. It is artistic yoga which reveals the spiritual through the corporeal and aims to transcend the boundaries of time and space. The artist and the art are inseparable. The dance is a ritual for the dancer entering the sacred space. From the moment she commences her temporal embellishments towards the spatial. Nataraja is a lord of dance, the embodiment of the eternal cycle of life. Damaru, the kettle drum in his right hand, is the origin of the primordial sound Om. The burning fire in his left palm is the symbol of decimation. As Pashupati, he holds the deer in his hand, protector of all that is animate. The crescent moon and the river Ganga adorn his flying tresses. He reigns over the Panchabhuta, the five elements of ether, air, water, fire, and earth. Nataraja's dance represents the Panchakritya, the five acts in the cosmic cycle. Creation, preservation, dissolution, illusion, revelation, and grace. Nataraja is the latent masculine radiance. Shakti is a divine feminine creative energy. Shiva and Shakti fuse into completeness.
Tadiki didi ding ding gugutari taka dinguda kurduguda talanguda ka ding ding guguta ding guguta guguta takundari ketataka tadiki didi ding ding gugutari taka dinguda kurduguda talanguda ka ding ding guguta guguta takundari ketataka tadiki didi ding ding gugutari ta dinguda kurduguda talanguda tadiki didi ding ding gugutari taka dinguda ಕಡ್ದಗದ ತಳಂಗುತಕ ತಡಿಕಿ ಡಿಡಿಗಿಡಿ ಡಿಂಗುಗುತರಿತಕ ಡಿಂಗುತ ಕಡ್ದಗದ ತಳಂಗುತಕ ಡಿಂಡಿಂಗುಗುತ ಡಿಂಗುಗುತ ಕುಗುತ ತಕುಂತಾರಿ ಕೆಟ್ಟತಕ. Ardhanareeshwara, where Shiva and Shakti, where Purusha and Prakriti, where Yin and the Yang, the male and female energies fuse together, merge together to become one complete whole. This merging we see around us, and it is there within us.
The temple is the sacred space wherein the gods reside. It was also the cultural space where art and dance flourished. The temple is a metaphor for the human body, wherein resides the soul. The omnipotent is deified in the temple's sanctum sanctorum, the Garbhagriha. The creation of the stream of knowledge on dance, the Natyaveda, has a mythological dimension. The lesser beings approached Brahma, the creator, and spoke of a world plunged in pain, sorrow, and anarchy, devoid of human values. They asked him to create a plaything, a krida niyata, that could entertain while imparting a sense of values. Brahma culled from the ancient Vedas the first 4 streams of knowledge. Recitation from Rig Veda, music and song from Sama Veda, histrionics from Yajur Veda, and sentiments from Atharva Veda. Thus, he created the 5th Veda, the Natya Veda. Then, Brahma taught the Natya Veda to sage Bharata, who made a précis of it and handed down the earliest treatise of dramaturgy, the Natya Shastra. The churning of the mighty ocean is described in the first act of the Natya Shastra. It is an allegorical tale symbolizing the churning of humankind from regression to progression by awakening the coiled, latent energy of positivity. Orchestrated by the gods themselves, the demigods and the demons churn the mighty ocean with a giant serpent Vasuki as the rope. Dark poison spills and chokes the environment. Lord Shiva drinks the poison to wipe out the smothering negativity. And the waters are clean once again. The Devas and the Asuras churn on and on. They churn and churn. From the cleansed ocean emerges the tree of life.
dimmi takka takkitta takka dimmi takka takkitta takka
As they turn on, the divine cow, Kamadhenu, the giver of all things good, rises out of the milky ocean. Finally, from the depths of the vast ocean emerges the pot of nectar, the Amrita Kalasham, the symbol of immortality.
Centuries ago, the great Tamil saint Tirumular has said of Indian art that it makes men of beasts and gods of men.
Mythology abounds in stories of the victory of good over evil. Epics like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata are popular themes in Indian dance. Myths are not just stories. Physical phenomena are given a metaphysical representation. They thus remain evergreen and relevant. Classical dance embraces an ocean of traditional literature, rich in poetic imagery. So too are the literary works of saints and composers, resonating with romance, poetry, and lyricism. has a unique tradition of transmitting knowledge through the Guru Shishya Parampara. The Guru leads his disciple from darkness to light. He belongs to a rich tradition and his entire family is steeped in the art form. Eminent Natyacharyas and Natuvanars were the custodians of our classical dances.
I would like to say we are very fortunate to be born in the same parampara, which is known for its loyalty, devotion, integrity, and purity. According to me, we remember at least 8 generations. My father Kuppaya Natuvanar, his father Panchapakesa Natuvanar, who is the co-author of Abhinaya Navanitam, the first book in Tamil to deal with this Abhinaya aspect of this dance technique, which is based on Abhinaya Darpanam, known as Abhinaya Navanitam, which was published around 1886. So after my father, my brother Guru Mahalingam Pillai, my brother-in-law Guru Govindaraj Pillai, my sister Srimati Karanambal, my another Guru who was in Calcutta, Guru Maradappa Pillai, and of course myself, we were all trained by all these gurus. The village called Tiruvadamardu, that is the Madhyarjuna Kshetra, where even Adi Shankara went and bowed down before Mahalinga Swami and asked for his approval for this Advaita Siddhantam.
From across the continents, foreigners came to India in search of the elusive inner peace and happiness. Ileana Chittaristi was one such seeker.
Orient Express up to Istanbul, then by a private bus up to Kabul, then by a public bus up to Peshawar, and from Peshawar to Amritsar by train. So it took 1 month. Somebody had given me a piece of paper, a name which for me was very difficult to even pronounce, I forget to remember. Kelucharan Mohapatra. Went directly to the bus stand in Bhubaneswar, show it to a rickshaw Bala. I said, do you know where this gentleman lives? And he straight brought me in Cuttack. From Bhubaneswar he went by bus to Cuttack and he straight brought me to Guruji's house. As I was, with all my curling hair open, one sleeveless banyan and one rainbow skirt, because I still was in hippie rebellion state. And so he was so magnanimous to accept me, although his wife was quite terrified by my aspect. And so I told him that I was going to stay for 6 months. So what happened is that slowly, without me realizing it, those 6 months became 6 years without ever going back to Italy. It was all correlated with what I was learning in dance. So the pujari who was coming in the morning and in the evening to do arati was singing the same song which we were learning. When Guruma was making chapati, she was just sitting like this. And this is exactly the same position that Guruji has for composing Kurya Dunandana, no? Kurya Dunandana Chandana Sisira. It was a continuation of life and art life. So something which I would not have found in any other place.
जो जिसके अंदर प्राण है, जीव है, वो सभी मुझे लगा बगैर रिदम की कुछ भी नहीं है. हर पेड़ का झूमना वो ऐसा लगता है, कई बार कहता कंपोज करता हूँ मैं तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे पेड़ के डाले हैं और उसके अंदर बॉडी जो है उसका तना जो है वो झूमता है. कभी लगता पत्तियाँ खलकती हैं टाइम पे, जैसे ड्रॉप ऑफ द वाटर पड़ता है ना, थक थी तो ये काम करने लगा, ऐसा लगता है ड्रॉप पड़ रहा है. फ्लावर्स भी डांस करते हैं बिकॉज द एयर भी डांस करती है. ओशन इतने सालों से ऑलवेज दिस कमिंग लहर जो है वो राउंड्स लेता हुआ आता है. एंड एकदम शोर के पास जाके फिर वापस रिवर्स होता है, आरोही अवरोही, जैसे सारे गाँव पद नहीं था सारे जब वगैरह था, ऑलवेज इन द नेचर। एंड ऑल द ग्रह जो आकाश में हैं, शुक्र ग्रह, मंगल ग्रह वाला, ये सब डांस कर रहे हैं। पृथ्वी नाचती है, सब कुछ नाचता। नाच बहुत छोटा शब्द है मगर वो पूरी जिंदगी है।
Living in the lap of nature, did man first dance at the sight of rain, frolicking in rhythm with the falling raindrops?
भादरवा बरसन को आए माँ, भादरवा बरसन को आए माँ, भादरवा बरसन को आए माँ, भादरवा बरसन आए माँ। नन्ही नन्ही बूंद, नन्ही नन्ही बूंद, गरज गरज चाहूँ और बिजुरी चमकत, भादरवा बरसन को आए।
Did the hunter break into a triumphant dance to celebrate his prowess? Did dance then emerge as mankind's obeisance to nature in search of a new dawn?
सूर्याय नमः। ॐ आदित्याय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः। आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं। प्रसीद मम भास्कर। दिवाकर नमस्तुभ्यं। प्रभाकर नमोस्तुते।
Yeah.
Thank you.